Welcome back to the fucking ridiculous podcast. It's episode 11, 11.
11.
And
Pause.
yes. And before we start, I want to thank everyone for getting me to episode 11, which is beyond 10, which is great. And I was listening to a podcast just yesterday that said most new podcasts stop after like 7.
Really?
Yes. So the fact that I'm at 11 is great. And I'm super proud of myself. So props to me for that.
Props to you. You should be proud of yourself.
Thank you, Fatti. Thank you. I would like to give a shout out. And this is to our dear friend, Zeka, who just opened her own salon. She is the person who will finally be doing something about this hair that has not been touched since pre-surgery. So she's going to make me look a lot better. And the 3 girls that work with her are Jessica and Amy and Melissa, and they're all awesome. The salon is Dimensions in Richmond, so look it up.
Are they sponsoring this podcast?
They are not sponsoring this podcast. I am just giving her a shout out because I am so proud of her for starting her own gig, and I want to support some local business, especially female owned.
Let's do it.
So, okay. All right, cool. So today I have a really special guest. I think as we get older in life and our kids grow up, and I think it's harder to find really meaningful, solid friendships, female friendships. I'm guessing the same as for guys, like not with females, but like other dudes. So anyway, this person is one of these friendships that I am like so grateful for. It's almost like I don't know what my life was like before you were in it, which sounds so cheesy, but I just love you so much. So This is my dear friend, Fatti. Now, Fatti is Fatti with a Y. I am Fatti as well, but that's Fatti with an I, which is closer to like a stripper name, I think. And we have a reason as to why we call each other Fatti, which is confusing to other people. But I want to be clear about this. It is a term of endearment. It
100%.
is not an insult at all. In fact, you want to be a fatty.
You do.
You do. All right, Fatti, do you want to tell us why we are the fatties?
I do. I think in short, it's because we trained for Ironman Kentucky together. And when you train for an Ironman, you find that the amount of food you eat would feed a herd of elephants. It's nonstop.
It's obscene.
It's unlimited. You eat whatever you see. And that's what we did. And we would constantly, we tried to be good support for each other during that time.
100%.
The texts to each other about, oh my God, you won't believe what I just ate.
This is
But
true.
in fact, it wasn't like, no, that's okay. Tomorrow will be better. Just have cabbage tomorrow for lunch. It wasn't that. It's like, oh God, I just ate a sleeve of Oreos.
Yes, I recall
And
that
then the
day
other one
when
would
you
be
told
like,
me that.
no, oh yeah, not even just a sleeve. It was like pumpkin colored. So it was like plenty of food dye too, right? And then you came back like, that's okay. I just had like 4 pieces of fried chicken and a bag of chips. And I'm like, like was
So
it,
my
was it
salt
snack
intake
size
was-
or family size? You're like family size. I'm like, great, I feel better about myself.
Yeah.
So we were supportive in that sense. It was like, but we never tried to curtail our horrible eating habits. And we just ate the whole time.
Ate and drank.
And drank. Oh, yeah, there's plenty of that.
Ate and drank. And I mean, that is one thing that I have learned about exercise. I am the hugest fan of exercise, but like the more you exercise, the more you have to practice self-discipline in
terrible.
like the not eating and drinking. And that is the piece of it all that's really, really I fail at daily.
It's the no fun part.
It is no fun.
It's the no fun.
No fun at
And
all.
the people, I applaud people who are so disciplined to do that much exercise and come home and eat a lentil salad with no dressing.
Same.
I
applaud them, but I also wonder if they actually would listen to something like this because they clearly
they're not our speed.
no.
They're professional. We're sort of more like beer league athletes,
I'm
comfortable in that status.
No, we are like, I am definitely beer league right now. I am more of like the beer league spectator.
You're just looking at it in the
I'm
case.
but I am sitting with an amateur elite athlete. I shit you not. And she won't say it, but I will.
Not even close
She is
to
gunning
being
for
true.
Kona. I know it. I'm going to make you say it this time. But she has already been able to do an Ironman in under 12 hours, which is fucking ridiculous. So she's gunning for Kona. She's got another one coming up. We're not going to bore you with all this Ironman bullshit, but she's the real deal. I'm beer league. That being said, I will only refer to Fatti as Fatti, and she will likely only refer to me as Fatti. So just remember, it's term of endearment, like you would say, like honey or babe or whatever else you call people that like your fatties.
Shithead.
No one is that. Okay, so first we are going to do a little game that I like to call word association with Fatti.
Okay.
So I'm going to say a word, and you say the first thing that pops in your mind. And I mean, there's no timer, but if I have to set one, I will.
Okay.
Okay. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Collagen.
That's not what I thought you were going to say. I thought you were going to say cock.
I know, right? Which you know is one of my favorite words. Oh, that was a snort.
And I don't even know if that's like cock is in cocktail or is in penis. I don't know.
You know, like
but
both.
Then back to you. You said collagen. See?
I said collagen.
I digress. Collagen. You know, actually, the first thing I think of is that this powdered stuff that you can yeah.
And why do we need collagen?
I don't know. I have 2 jars of it unopened in my cabinet, so I haven't answered that question yet.
All right, cool. Next, Biscoff.
Oh, naughty. That's what it is. It's damn naughty and so good. And crumble like you're talking about the stuff.
I am.
Right?
I am. Oh my God. For those of you who don't know what this is.
It's food of the gods.
It is food of the gods, of the sinning gods, if you will, because it is like those airplane cookies you get that are divine, but they actually make a butter.
Yes.
And they have those
crumbled into the stuff.
I mean, all you do is just buy the jar and then just eat with your fingers, actually.
If it makes it home.
Exactly. It likely does.
It sits in the front seat on the way
does.
home.
It's got its own
way it
passenger
goes.
seat. Yes. So
it's delicious.
Right. Okay. Kanye.
Again, that's not what I thought you were going to say. That time I thought you were going to say condom. Kanye. Messy.
Nice.
Is that all right?
Nah,
that might be bad.
I have nothing. No, I have nothing other than Gold Digger. That's the only thing, because I love that song.
That's such a good
song.
Only
thing.
That's such a good song.
I know. So good.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Peacock.
Oh God. Yeah. So my parents have peacocks, and I don't like them.
How many?
One just died. The one that kept pork in the other ones is finally on to another life. Thank you, Jesus, because he just made, no one shits more than a fat peacock. I'm telling you, there's crap everywhere all over the patio, and he keeps porking the other females. So now there are all these pea chicks around, and they shit too. It's a mess. Oh. And then, it's just gross. I don't like them. They're beautiful, and they do like my parents, but that's what I think about peacocks. No.
Do they like you?
No, they tolerate me when I'm at home because I feed them, if my parents aren't there, I'll feed them. And they think there's that person thing. I'll take food from them, but that's all I'll do. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, they're all right.
Okay.
I don't hate them.
Right. Pete is not going to come after you. It's fine. It's fine.
I don't want to,
Fatty with an eye.
Fatty with an eye. What do I think about fatty with an eye? Oh.
Just the first thing that comes to your head.
I just had a flash of a lot of things. Okay, I'll tell you what I think of. Last night, in preparation for today, I went through some pictures from Louisville. And one of the first ones I found of our escapades in 2017 was you, after we had done one of our very long 5-county rides to try and get to 90 miles or whatever it was. And we got off the bike, and I looked at you, and you looked at me, and you had your helmet on backwards the entire time. You looked so good. I mean, triathlon makes you ugly anyway, but to ride with a backwards helmet.
But see, I still can't tell the difference. I actually need to have like front and back like on them.
Well, as long as it fits the noggin, right? I mean, maybe it doesn't matter.
I don't.
But you look good. And I saved it on my phone. So
I bet you did. I bet you did. I bet you did.
That was a good look.
All right. Elon Musk.
Twitter.
Twat.
Okay. And an overproducer in terms of children.
Oh, I know what you meant. And it's
There's
disgusting.
a lot of that.
It's disgusting.
But I appreciate his ingenuity.
I wish he would stop littering sperm everywhere.
And ingenuity, I don't mean with his progeny. I mean with his...
I got you. Okay. Butt bead.
Butt bead? I don't know any. I honestly only know of them. So I don't even know the circumference. I mean, are they little beads? Are they big beads? I think there's a lot to be. I have a lot of questions when it comes to that.
Okay.
And I've never gone down that rabbit hole.
Okay.
I don't think I want that rabbit hole traced on my phone either. So maybe you can tell me. What do you know? What do you think about beads?
This is not about me.
Oh, there
this
we
is
go.
about you, Fatti.
Turning the tables.
Caillou.
Oh no, Caillou is a very, very drunk conversation we had at night. We were walking back in a very dark street in Wintergreen, and you desperately tried to come up with Caillou. No, you did come up with Caillou.
You came up with
I came up with them. Oh, I'll have to retrace those steps. I don't.
This is a situation where we had been out the night before, and we were about 7 houses away from your house.
We were out that night,
right?
Not the night before,
but like. It's downhill. So we were having to walk uphill. And I was foolishly in wedges because, I thought I looked good and that would be smart. So we were on our way home, which that only took about 30 minutes.
It wasn't the wedges that took 30 minutes, Fatti.
No, it was not. But what we did not find out until the next day after I had one of the worst hangovers I'd had in a long, long time. We went hiking, came back, are shoving food in our faces from the convenience store that's about to close. And they were like, just take all the pizza.
Take all the free
We don't care.
This old pizza.
We're
like, it's
so
delicious.
We're literally sitting in the car, like shoving food in our mouth. And she's like, oh my gosh, look, we have a video from last night. And I'm like, oh shit. And little do we know. So she cues it up on the Bluetooth. And it's not a video. It's actually just audio. And she thought she was turning on her flashlight to help us get home, when in fact she just recorded all of our ridiculousness for the 20 minutes that it took to get up the hill before I was in the ditch and wouldn't get out until her husband came out and threatened me by saying he was going to call my husband if I didn't get out of the ditch because I was ready to sleep there.
We were 2 houses away. I couldn't get you out. I was like, I got this. I can do this. And I was like, I don't got it. So I just sat down next to you. I was like, I'll just sing.
You started singing to me a song that now when I hear it, I'm always like, I think of you going, rise up, Fatti. You can do it. So.
Yeah, I can't sing at all.
And
that's proof. Especially if you think, you have a little liquid courage and you think, okay, I can sing now. I can't.
Well, that is priceless.
That good.
Video is audio is priceless.
That was good.
That was good. Good find. All right. And chub rub.
Oh, unfortunately, I'm so familiar with it. And I envy all those teeny tiny runners who can wear shorts, like real shorts.
Mm-hmm.
I have to, because of the chub, I get an instant wedgie up above the chub.
So chub rub is camel toe
of the fat.
Of the leg, the inner thigh fat.
That's right.
So when
that's the key chub rubbery, but there's also some here.
Oh yeah.
Right.
But some people have a gap in between their inner thighs. Some people are bow-legged and that is why they have said gap. Some people are not and they just have like really great, like defined toned legs that actually don't do the corduroy. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. I do not have that. And so there is stuff that you can buy for the chub rub because chub rub is real.
Yeah.
And it really
like a bad
hurts.
diaper rash.
It is a bad diaper rash.
Yeah.
It is. So you got to coat stuff on. Now, if you're wearing just regular street shorts, though, it's not great for coating on for street clothes. So when you have your chub rub, you just walk a little bit funnier, maybe a little wider, and you just try not to eat so much that day. It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, that's okay.
So the next part of the segment
Okay.
is called Ask Fatti.
That's fatty.
Ask Fatti. So I'm going to ask you questions,
Okay.
and you, being the much smarter person than I am, are going to answer the questions.
Okay.
Okay.
Are we talking about car warranties?
Absolutely.
Because that's what I get asked about a lot.
I love that you think that's funny. That's such a dad
Is it
joke.
so bad? I get it. I mean, how many? I got a call the other day.
I love that you even entertain those.
Okay. Okay. Sorry.
All right. So question number one. For
God,
question,
I'm
ask Fatti.
I'm schwitzing.
That's why you should wear onesies like I do. All right, Fatti.
Oh God.
What is an NFT?
Those are really hard to explain. There's something up there, and they're like cartoons, and people spend a lot of money on them, and they have properties, and then they're dogs with bows and sunglasses, and their nails are done, and they're more expensive than like the broke dog. I don't know. I don't get it. Do you get it?
Okay. My answer for what it's, first of all, the fact that it has the word fungible in it. Fungible.
Fungible is a great word.
Which is a great word.
It's a great word.
In my head, an NFT is basically anything that's in my head that someone could then put out there for people to see, but not touch, not smell,
and
not
sell,
hear,
but sell.
I
know.
So
people are like, I got property next to Snoop Dogg. I'm making it.
Okay. Now that begs the next question.
Would I buy one?
Who here already has their real estate plot in the universe?
The NFT universe.
And that, yeah.
Not me.
Okay.
Wouldn't even know. Actually, I do have a friend who told me about it, and she bought a dog. That's why I know about dogs.
She bought an NFT dog.
She and people that she works with, they all joined in and bought a dog.
For why?
Because she's making money on it.
How do you make money on buying a fake dog?
You sell them. And
you're selling your dog? You're pimping your dog, your fake dog?
Dude, it is not, I am not in the right era to even grasp.
All right. Didn't you used to work at a bank? I thought you would know this shit.
That was 100 fucking years ago. Okay. I'm the crypt keeper. I just deal with real money.
Okay.
And
So
facts,
what about the crypto currency?
Again, another one. I can't grasp that one either. I don't have any answers for it.
Well, Fatti, I thought you were going to enlighten me, and I'm got to be honest, I'm a wee bit disappointed.
Those are two things I just haven't.
Okay.
I mean,
all right.
Sorry.
We'll dig a little deeper next time.
I'll come prepared. I didn't know there was an Ask Fatti section to this program.
Okay.
Where you learn
Tell
nothing.
me about what it is like to be an empty nester.
Well, I'm about 3 weeks in.
I know.
And I went to the beach for one of those weeks.
Yes, I know. So I was very jelly.
And then I have a new dog, new-ish dog.
A fake dog or a real dog?
This is a real dog.
Okay. We can see.
Who today had my whole day planned out. I was so excited. Took her on a walk. At the end of the walk, there's one part of my neighborhood where I can let her off the leash. What did she do?
She ran off.
No.
She pooped.
Second worst thing, she found a dead animal and rolled in it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what dead animal of what era she rolled in, but she found it. And you recognize that drop and roll right away. And I'm like, oh no. And I'm like, man, no. Because I planned my morning out. I was like, I do this, and then I'm going to shower, and then I'm going to come here on time. And then damned if she didn't do that. And it was just smeared all over her. And I was like, so gave her a shower. But anyway, I'm busy and I'm distracted. So if I had nothing happening, I would probably notice how quiet the house is.
Okay.
So far so good. But we're leaving Friday morning to go see Zoe. Right. So That's my, and then we have another parents' weekend the following weekend. So
you're really not without children.
I'm really not. And and Hannah didn't, I had Hannah for 2 more weeks after Zoe left. So it's not that bad. So far, so good.
Oh, I don't think that there's much bad about it at all. I'm just nowhere near there. So,
yeah,
okay.
You gotta stretch.
I got a ways.
That's all right.
What are your other nicknames?
Well, I really only have, I've got the Fatti and Sadie is my other one.
That's the alter ego.
Is it alter ego, really, not a nickname. I really don't have any Sarah or Frankie. No, I really don't. I was never, or people blend the first and last together. But I've never really been, I was never given a nickname. I always wanted one.
I gave you one.
Well, we've got one. We've got our Fatti.
And there you are.
Who needs another one?
No. I mean, that's legit. It's got a capital F. What?
Matches my towels. Either that or fart.
Such a shitty word. I hate that word.
Fart. If I whisper it in there, does it make it louder? Does it? Fart.
Oh my God.
Fudgesicle. Why do you hate that word so much?
It's like the sound of it, of the word is so like,
I think that's a weird,
abrupt and just like,
but for you, Fatti, you and you as mom of 2 boys and
right.
all that other stuff.
Oh,
that's
it happens
the word
constantly.
you don't like.
I know.
You
yeah.
should, but at this point,
well, I've already talked about some other words that I don't like too, as well. Okay. On early, but that one I just don't like to say it. I also don't like the word "shut up." Like no one's allowed to say that in my house.
It's a little rude. It's a little rude.
It's not just a little rude. It is not nice. So
it's farting.
Well, apparently the ban has been lifted in my house.
I'm doing it right now.
This is when I need that gas alarm. The gas alarm.
What do you mean a gas alarm?
That's
something.
It's just something in my head. It's an NFT in my head.
It's another way to make money.
Oh, totally.
Wait, to alert you that somebody just ripped it and it smells like cooked beans, and you need to be like, get out, run for the.
All right,
run!
Just so you haven't listened to last week's episode, obviously.
Which one was it?
Episode 10.
I was at the beach. Okay. Was it talking about farting?
No, I was
What did
talking
you
about
do?
the fact that I am constantly forgetting that the gas light is on and that I need gas because I'm very like ADD. And so I was saying that when in this time of quiet quitting and people have a lot of extra time to think about things, I was like, can we please come up with a way that we can, like a gas alarm,
Fatti,
not a crop dusting alarm.
Not a crop dusting. I
but-
get it. But are you fucking kidding me? That little red light that's staring at you when
Mine
you
is
turn the
not
car
red.
on?
Mine is not red.
What color is it?
It is yellow. And
Is it different than the other colors? That is a ridiculous
it's very
thing.
small. It's
No.
very small. And I am constantly
No.
like, I am doing shit in my head. I'm solving world's problems. And so then I just forget.
Here's problem number 1, solved for you. It's answering you as you drive. It's looking right at you.
But if it
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Okay. But if I had like a strobe light, blinking in the car, or
Then you'll stroke out while you're driving. That's a terrible idea.
Or all of a sudden the entire dashboard turns red, that would be helpful.
That's a little distracting.
Exactly. And then I'd be like,
That's not
I need
safe
gas.
driving. I think that's a terrible idea.
Well, I think we've already established that I am not what anyone would classify as the safest driver. I hate driving. So anyway,
When we were driving in Louisville and we were driving the course and you're like, I'll drive. And so you propped your leg up like this and you're like, I got it. And you were driving around. I'm like, holy no. And I let you drive for about 10 minutes. And I was like,
oh God, that's right. You made me get out.
I just was like, I'm driving. I don't want you to drive. I just didn't feel safe.
Well, that is an old Jedi mind trick where if you do something shittily enough.
Yeah, it's like if you're doing
someone
the dishes.
will be like,
you do the dishes, you drop the china. People are like, you are never allowed to do that again. You're like, no, I can't do the dishes.
no, I can't drive.
Can't drive.
Sorry. Okay. This is coming to you. Bonus question.
Oh, bonuses.
What is your favorite thing about me?
Okay, I think my favorite thing about Fatti is that you are either in a state of being like a whirling dervish or passed out.
I don't know what a dervish is.
It's like the dancers. It's another cult. Anyway, you're spinning
Totally.
like a
Pig
Calamity Jane.
Like,
You're either
yes.
Calamity Jane or passed out cold. I actually have a picture of you again with the pictures I saw yesterday. I have a picture of you
Asleep in the car.
asleep in the car, frowning.
That was my no expression face.
That was a frowning face. Nothing says Botox at 30 than somebody who frowns and sleeps at the same time.
Well, my body had been through a lot the previous day.
I know, but
I was frowning
that's not
because
a good idea. Don't do that.
I also didn't have my sexy mouth guard in, so I couldn't, I don't know.
Well, that was the ride back.
I
where
did
you
describe
slept the whole time.
I
and
did.
Chris
I was
and I
fucking
drove.
tired. I was tired. And but you didn't have to be nice, and he could have been fine. Like, this is where sometimes just being able to sleep like a baby wherever.
I gotta show you that
is really.
picture.
I
Have you
know
s-
what picture it is. You have all of the shit pictures of me.
Well, it's not that shitty.
No.
I did have the other one of on the way there. Remember when we stopped at Biscuitville, and for some reason had to go to the back of the car.
Yes.
And I took a picture.
Yes.
You climbing into the back of the car. It was awesome.
Yeah.
And then my other favorite picture was when we got out at Louisville and we loaded up 2
Trolleys.
luggage trolleys.
Yeah.
And we looked like the Clampets rolling into town. And you looked at me and you're like, you have to help me. I'm like, I can't. I got to move the car. I didn't have to move the car. I had so much fun watching you like try to maneuver.
I have already established I'm a shitty driver. We had a lot of gear. You insisted that we had to get 2 rooms because you had to spread your shit out everywhere. And so then I was like, oh, well, I guess I have to spread my shit out everywhere too.
Looking back, wasn't that the smartest decision?
I don't know.
You know what? And also, your husband was coming. He was surprising you.
Right. And I did not know that. That's
See,
to be fair.
To be fair, I knew more than you did. So
Yes,
that's
this
why
is
we
true.
could
Okay,
not
fine.
share a ride.
Okay, fine. All right. So tell me about your future endeavors and dreams for the next until end of June. What's your world like?
I hope to go to a lot of successful regattas.
Film festivals?
Regattas
okay.
of Zoe's.
All right. So a regatta is what?
Well, in this case, it's for rowing. It's a rowing race. And my daughter is the coxswain for.
So she's a coxswain.
Yeah.
And she's
She's
all
the
of
little-
4'11".
Yeah, she's on a good day, soaking wet. Yeah, she's the little bossy one at the front of the boat, basically.
It's a good job for her.
It's a great job. And so I hope that she has a bunch of winning regattas. So that's my hope. And she does fall and spring. So I'm hoping to attend both.
Okay. So is coxswaining a verb?
Coxing.
Coxing. Just coxing. Wait, but back so your favorite thing about me is that I'm either like 110 or 0.
I'd say, yeah, because it's constant entertainment.
It is.
And well, you just sort of know, like, you have friends who have energy levels, right? And so like, okay, if I'm going to go out with this friend, we're going to have a nice quiet lunch, or we're going to have a funny conversation, and that kind of wraps it up, and it's delightful. And then when you hang out with a fatty, and you're like, oh my God, we somehow the universe works to like go against you, and there's a flat tire involved, and maybe a broken body part or a face plant, or you sit in something that there's just something's going to happen.
Something ridiculous.
Something ridiculous is going to happen to you.
Always.
And, I don't think that I'm that person, but you're that person. So I get to okay, I am sometimes, yes. Not entirely though.
No, I mean, I can also be a responsible human at times. I am responsible
I'm not saying you're irresponsible. I'm just saying shit happens to you.
a time.
And so what's fun is to be a participant
100%.
or someone who sees what happens to you.
Oh, yeah. So time for not so deep thoughts.
Oh, good.
Yes. So the first one is any derivative of the word cock is awesome.
Uh-huh.
Awesome, period, exclamation point, that. There. Second thought is I am taking my daughter, who really could give a shit about sports to the Flying Squirrels game tonight. I have an extra ticket or 3 if anyone would like to come. I'm super excited because while I'm not a baseball person, I do enjoy sporting events and live things. And I do enjoy beer and I enjoy a hot dog at a sporting event. So
agreed.
And they do a great job.
Ballpark dogs are the best.
Yeah, they are. So I would suggest if you haven't done that during September Sucks, go to a ball game.
Does September suck because it's not your birthday month?
September sucks because of every other reason why September sucks. It's return to work. It's return to school. It's every fee in the world. It's like it's just everything. It's your snack mom and you didn't mean to be smack mom and now you are. Not smack mom. I'm not smack mom. I'm snack mom and team mom. My kid's like, hey, are you team mom? I was like, no. Why would you ask me that? And he goes, because everybody on the team's asking me. And I'm like, well, shit. I guess I'm
like,
fucking team mom. I have one arm, by the way. Also, I'm going to give just a little plug. There is a series, I have not watched it yet, called Swagger that is filmed here in RIC.
No kidding.
And they are filming currently at my kid's school.
I thought you were saying in your neighborhood.
Though they were filming near our neighborhood.
Swagger. But
they're filming at my kid's school in their gym. And so that's pretty awesome. Yay, Richmond.
What channel is it on?
I want to say it's a streaming app of sorts. It's one that I likely have but don't know it. But I'll get back to you on that.
Do tell.
I will get back to you on that. I'm going to contact the producer. Please follow on any of the socials, the FR Pod. Leave me a review and subscribe because that gets the word out. And then you can have really great guests like Fatti back. And we have some field trips coming up soon. We do.
So
I'm super excited about it.